The illusion of six figures. A clock that bleeds sand. A vault that only holds smoke. A worn leather vault door slightly open, showing glowing golden numbers evaporating into smoke inside. A stone balance scale with a heavy stack of paper currency on one side and a feather floating weightlessly above the other. An intricate architectural blueprint of a labyrinth spreading across an old wooden table surrounded by broken compasses. The myth that you can buy your way out of poverty. It's a crumbling podium, not a foundation. An ornate wooden podium crumbling under the weight of a giant lead padlock hanging above it. A mathematical equation written in chalk on a cracked slate blackboard, disappearing into mist. An iron cage door swinging wide open to reveal a dark, endless hallway lined with marble pillars. We decode the hidden architecture of wealth. The blueprint of your mind. The lighthouse of truth. An anatomical sketch of a brain made entirely of woven copper wires and delicate clockwork gears. A quill pen hovering above a parchment scroll, drawing a geometric spiral that expands outwards. A glowing lighthouse built from stacked books standing against a turbulent ocean of dark ink waves. The six-figure trap. A chart that breaks. A safe with no back panel. An hourglass stuck in the middle. A metallic bank safe floating in mid-air with its back panel completely missing, revealing empty space. An hourglass filled with tiny metallic coins instead of sand, stuck halfway in the narrow glass neck. A leather wallet sitting open on a table, with spider webs stretching between its empty compartments. You think you're rising, but you're just inflating a bubble. The stairs get steeper, the air gets thinner. A miniature wooden house placed inside an expanding glass bubble that is stretching thin. An old industrial pressure gauge with its needle pinned in the dark red danger zone. A mechanical conveyor belt carrying glossy gift boxes directly into a furnace. You compartmentalize your money, but the drawers are empty. You're running on a treadmill that goes nowhere. A treadmill made of brass rollers suspended over an endless abyss of clouds. A golden key turning inside a stone lock, but the key melts into liquid as it rotates. A towering pile of empty gilded picture frames leaning precariously against a stone wall. You are buying thrones that don't exist. A crown made of chains. A mask over a pile of ash. A hollow polished golden crown resting precariously on top of a tangled pile of heavy rusting iron chains. A wooden chessboard where all white and black pieces are tied together by thin tangled silver threads. An elaborate carved masquerade mask suspended in midair over a quiet pile of crumbling dark ash. Every small decision drains you. Microtransactions that tip the scales. A watch that is about to explode. A heavy wooden dam holding back water, with hundreds of tiny hairline cracks leaking fine streams of dark ink. A stone labyrinth seen from a high aerial perspective, filled with hundreds of identical turning paths. A set of vintage brass scales drastically overbalanced by a massive pile of tiny copper thimbles. The math doesn't lie. It's gears grinding against a silver bar. Formulas that cut right through the paper. An antique iron mechanical calculator mechanism with exposed gears grinding against a solid silver bar. A large steel compass drawing a circle on parchment, steel tip cutting deeply through the paper's surface. A high stone wall covered in hundreds of ticking wooden pendulum clocks, all swinging entirely out of sync. A car worth more than your freedom. A road made of money that falls apart underneath you. A large rubber wheel rolling along a paved road made of crumbling banknotes that tear apart underneath. A heavy iron ship's anchor sitting on a polished wooden desk, connected by a steel wire to a car engine block. A large glass hourglass where golden liquid drips directly into a drain at the bottom of a steel frame. The golden handcuffs. A house inside a cage. Keys that bind you to a collapsing foundation. A heavy stone archway bearing the immense weight of a giant mountain of ledger books above it. A set of shining golden keys bound tightly together by a massive thick rusted iron chain. An architectural blueprint of a grand mansion dissolving into a dark pool of black liquid on a drafting board. Interest eats inflation. One tower crumbles while the other is crushed by a vice. A cast iron furnace consuming sheets of paper bearing printed percentages and mathematical symbols. A heavy mechanical vice clamping down hard on a single silver coin, creating small cracks around its edges. A balance scale suspended over a deep rocky gorge, with one pan sinking rapidly into dark fog. The cost of now is the future. Plant the acorn. Watch the tree grow. A geometrical tree constructed entirely from branching gold wires growing inside a vintage glass greenhouse. An exponential curve drawn in dark ink rising gracefully off the flat surface of a parchment plane. A stone staircase winding upward toward a bright doorway hovering high in a clear sky. Your brain is in survival mode. The heart is trapped in thorns. The compass spins. A dark storm cloud hovering over a small wooden desk, raining tiny droplets of ink onto an open notebook. A brass compass needle spinning wildly on top of a rock surrounded by turbulent dark waters. A thick iron fortress door with its massive locking bolts being unlatched slowly from the inside. Break the chains. Cut the rope. Stand firm in the river. A large pair of brass scissors slicing cleanly through a thick, knotted hemp rope. A solid stone pillar standing firmly in the middle of a rushing river that splits smoothly around it. A clean, empty wooden desk with a single unlit candle and a fresh feather quill sitting beside a scroll. Use the leverage. Small inputs create massive outputs. The blueprint turns into reality. A mechanical blueprint showing 3 large primary gears controlling dozens of smaller subgears below. A stone arch bridge standing strong across a deep canyon under heavy falling rain. An iron gate closing firmly behind an empty hallway, cutting off access to a dark room. True wealth isn't gold. It's the stone core beneath the porcelain. A simple key, not a crown. An unadorned plain wooden shield leaning against a wall covered in discarded ornate golden armor. A quiet standing mirror reflecting a clear open window with sunlight instead of the cluttered room. A simple unadorned stone key resting peacefully on a plain dark silk cloth. Build a nest egg so big you can walk away from anything. The cage is open. The sea is calm. A wooden ship sailing smoothly out of a narrow stone harbor into wide open calm seas. A thick leather vault door standing wide open in an empty grassy field under starry skies. An imposing stone fortress built atop a mountain, surrounded by thick protective walls and deep moats. Rebuild the foundation. Redirect the flow. Grow the crystal. An automated mechanical pipeline channeling water into 3 distinct carved stone reservoirs. A geometric crystal growing steadily inside a dark iron container, pushing back the metal walls. An open ledger book where red numbers are being neatly overwritten with permanent dark ink lines. Small dominoes fall in a spiral. Time accelerates your growth. The tree supports the city. A grand clock face where the hour hand moves smoothly across constellations in a dark night sky. A towering ancient oak tree whose massive canopy stretches out to support an entire stone city above. A glass hourglass turning over automatically on a spring mechanism inside a brass frame. True wealth is a garden, not a vault. Peace, not power. A lantern in the dark. A simple wooden bench overlooking an endless landscape of rolling hills and mountain peaks. A glowing golden lantern resting on a smooth river stone under a vast clear sky. An unwritten leather-bound book floating gently over a still body of water reflecting clouds. Find your north. Light the path. Walk through the door. A candle burning brightly on top of a carved stone pedestal, illuminating a long straight path forward. An open door at the end of a long stone corridor leading out into bright golden light. A seal impressed into dark red wax on a parchment scroll, depicting an anchor surrounded by stars.